What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Burning the Redshirt. First time, long time. Andrew, what was the last time we did one of these things?
When Zach promised that we'd be back the following week after the 100th episode. First time, long time, but it's going to be a short epi, right? As calendars, well, my calendar anyway dictates.
Yeah,
but
my calendar's open until Monday, and then Monday I'm back. I'm back in business. So,
can I throw some stuff at you?
Of course.
Do you draft Adam Randall?
I do draft Adam Randall. Yeah.
I haven't, and now I'm worried that it's just going to be like it's going to be Dabo being like James Franklin and just forcing this fucking guy the football because he's his pet project that he needs to get it to in order to prove to
like
make
he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I think this guy sucks though. Like
I don't. We haven't seen anything to say that he sucks.
The idea that we're just going to turn this guy who's never played wide receiver, who is made of glass, into a running back, and make him a bell cow for our offense. It feels so totally ridiculous.
Like, he is a little big for the position, but
like the idea that he looked good against Texas, he had that 140-yard run, right, where he just ran really fast, like cool. Like that.
I mean, Dabo is encouraged and thinks he looks good in the fall camp and spring camp. So you have to imagine that he's made some sort of adjustment while having a ton of time to practice it, right? Because he was either hurt or practicing receiver otherwise.
But think about all the things Dabo has said about, like, every time he's ever talked about his running backs, like last year when Maffa was all dinged and stuff. Do you remember all the flowers and daisies and stuff he was painting about David, whatever his name is, as a Kume and
Zume or whatever? Yeah. So why won't we get the same thing? Why is it not the same thing for Gideon Davidson? I will say the reason at least on Fantrax, the receiver eligibility was nice, but RIP, that's gone. Just like Derek McFall. But thing is, like, the nice part is that he's competing with a freshman and a redshirt freshman. So like the competition isn't enough to make me worried about it. Now, obviously, he could lose the job mid-year, which a lot of people could in college football. But I can't imagine a world where they don't like just lean into Adam Randall at least to start. And if he stinks, he stinks. But I think that's what you're betting on, is the fact that he's going to get replaced at some point.
So that method for talking yourself into the player is, like, to me, I fall for it too still, but it's like something I try and not do. The idea that, like, oh, there's no competition, right? Like, who else is going to get the ball? That, like, I don't think that you look at, like, if we had like a sample size of players going into the year that was the method behind why we draft them, or the logic behind why we draft them. I would bet that a large percentage of the time that turns out very badly for us, these fantasy players.
But does it change things because it's Dabo?
Maybe, right? That's the thing that, like, for me is like potentially problematic. It makes me think,
we're not talking about like Rich Rod or like
maybe I'm the idiot
where we don't really know anything about these guys, / we know that they don't care about like seniority or anything. But like Dabo is the most anti-transfer portal person in the world. Like he cares about loyalty more than anybody. And so you get the benefit, right? I mean, Randall stuck it out for 4 years, or I guess this maybe his 4th year, was hurt and has never really played. And position change, maybe just thinks like, what a great team player. I mean, think about where Maffa was being picked last year. So you're getting a really good discount on a Clemson RB1 if you are correct, right? Like,
but Maffa's like an amazing running back. We all got screwed that
Maffa's not an amazing running back.
We didn't see a healthy Maffa for a single snap last year. He got hurt. He hurt his shoulder in camp, and
he couldn't beat out Will Shipley. So wasn't he like a 6th rounder? I'm not in on like the Phil Maffa was an amazing running back, but also, as I like to say on Balling with My Besties, I don't care if you're actually any good. Like, that doesn't. The thing is, you're telling me right now, if we do, like, if Adam Randall was real running back sized and had played more last year and showed to be good, would he not be like a top 3 round pick? I mean, he plays for Clemson. They're going to score 35 a game with a soft schedule, right? Like, And I don't think Klubnik will get rushing touchdowns, but he got stuffed on a bunch of QB sneaks all the time last year. I think they will be very pro give it to Randall around the goal line, which they're going to be around the goal line a lot, right?
Yeah, I just my bet is that as the season progresses, it's just not Randall.
So you're willing to bet on Davidson, a true freshman,
or just like some mishmash of like
just a bunch of guys, just like
yeah.
rotate them all the time. I mean, that's probably.
But I'm getting scared, admittedly.
Well, the thing is, at least on Fantrax, which the stakes are not super high, right? We don't think it's perfect. The thing is, like, he lost his receiver eligibility. That's what made him so appealing, was that because you had like the double dipping of the positions and the potential value. But yeah, now that like an underdog, I've drafted him a bunch, but not like a crazy amount. I am a little bit more cautious there.
Fair.
Speaking of underdog, I see you randomly in these drafts. Are you a slow guy or a live guy?
Mostly slow guy, probably 85-90% slow. I like having 20 to 30 drafts going, and throughout the day I can like log in, or like I get the notification. It's fun.
Can I poke my head into behind the curtains and see who are your top owned players? Are you willing to share that information?
A little bit. I need to relook at my I need to update my like percentage thing. If I told you my ownership of Chris Hilton started with a 9, would you believe me?
Yeah, 90 something, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not singular 9%. Yeah. I'm pretty high on Hilton. Once I heard that news, it is a bummer that it is a bummer that I wasn't on him early like you were, where you're getting him on like pick 170 and stuff like that.
I mean that you could argue underdog's already been decided because the droolers like you got those amazing drafts the first day. I didn't get any of those really. I was taking him in round 10 for a while, and now I just write it in ink in like round 8 basically.
Do you think that the early lineups are the ones that are going to win, like regardless?
Probably. Cynically, probably.
Yes. I mean,
in reality, like who knows? Where are you on? So what's going to happen with Nuss?
I think Nuss is fine.
Yeah, you saw they closed media from practice today.
I did not see that, but I heard that he sat out yesterday. But the plan was just like precautionary, that
there was no practice yesterday. Today there's practice. Tomorrow there's a scrimmage. Today was supposed to be open media availability, and then last night they announced no media availability. But the OC is slated to talk to us, to the media later today. I don't know. There's a million different rumors. I still lean like we're not talking about anything overly serious, but like not the best, right?
It can't be a good thing. I mean, it's definitely not a good thing. It's not a good sign that they took away media access, but like, do you really buy that? I mean, they were so quick to be like, no, this is BS. Everybody, he's fine.
Right,
he's fine.
Right.
And I did read a little bit. It was like, there was a concern that it was like an injury, like the way it happened, you would have been led to believe that it was a knee injury that was like serious, but everything came back clean or whatever. Is that kind of how you perceived it?
Yeah, it feels like it, or I've seen like both ankle and knee, but like it seems like it's knee, and I don't know. It seems hopefully it's just kind of thing where it's like a chill on the sidelines for a week or two, and then we're good.
I mean, what does he really need practice wise at this point? Don't you just bubble wrap him and just get him ready for week 1? Exactly. Like he had the full season last year, and now he's had the last 6 months of practice and stuff like that with the team and the new receivers and stuff. So it's not like he needs to be out there getting chemistry as much. At least just like don't do any sort of like anything close to tackling or anything. So obviously that Hilton's your highest owned guy. Who else is up there? You don't have to give me exact. I'm curious.
It's a two-way street, sir. Who's your highest owned guy?
Oh,
or did you talk about all the shit on Balling with My Bestie already?
A little bit early on, but I could give an update. It's fairly normal. The same guys. Yassine Willis, I'm almost 40% right now.
I was drafting a ton of him, and I don't know now. Like in those rounds, I'm like 7, 8. it sucks because I was paying like higher price, and now I'm like usually taking QB WR in 7-8, so I end up not getting it. But I would like to get more. I like him.
Wayman 35%, Dane Key 32%, Coy Eakin the same.
Why do you
30%.
why are Nebraska players in your player pool?
Because I think the regular season is sweet, and I also think that Dane Key is underpriced. I'm also was a little bit of that is higher in the beginning of the drafts, but
how many points do you project for him in week 12? Just curious.
Well, 0, but that's why you have other spots on your roster. You just have to be mindful of.
And then
so you're saying you don't pick any week 12 buys?
No, he gets a really soft matchup in 13 too, right?
No, the problem is right. Like you're drafting him for the regular season, then he's an absolute nobody. But I mean, what if he is what we see from Holgerson receiver ones? Like Dylan Raiola can get it to him, even if it's like a padded awful stat line, like a padded good stat line and an awful game performance. Like that's why I'm betting on Dane Key and even like Barney. It's super late. Is that like I think that they could be like the Holgerson receiver one and. That's great for the beginning of the season, and then if it's the playoffs and it gives me something, then I'm good with it.
It's fine. I mean, I'm hypocritical. I do the same thing with.
You have to have drafted week 12 guys. There's no way.
Yeah,
and week 13
with week 14 is really easy for Nebraska too, right?
No, the whole completely playoff schedule is awful for Nebraska. Same with Michigan State too. But I've been trying to be smart about it. Like I know some of these guys that have the awful schedules. And so, like, I'm not drafting Nick Marsh where I have, like, Eakin and Key because I know that in those weeks in the playoffs, I need, like, production, a better shot at production. And it's not coming from Nick Marsh against, like, Iowa, Penn State, and
he at least gets
Ohio
Maryland.
State or whatever. Yeah, he gets Maryland. But that's 1 week out of 3. Like,
yeah. I do the same thing with Syracuse guys. So I'm a hypocrite.
Because they have Notre Dame and a playoff bye, right?
Correct, but they got BC, I think, week 13. So it's very similar to Michigan State.
I think a little bit of mix of like you got to get to the dance, right? And then you have to just be smart about it. Like if you see Willis is getting 25 touches a game, do I care that they're playing Notre Dame? Like he might get 8 catches for 40 yards, and then if he just ekes out a touchdown on the ground, he's great. Like I think you just have to be smart about it. And
have you seen what he looks like?
Not necessarily.
He's a big boy.
He's huge. Yeah, he's pretty big. I know that. I wasn't sure if there was like a hairstyle or something I was missing. No. But funny. Yeah, he's a big guy. But LeQuinn was a big guy too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. Go ahead.
Who's my highest owned quarterback? You could guess it because I'm a homer.
Is it Gunner?
No, but yeah, take it 1 degree further.
I don't know. Just tell me. I don't know. We're rusty. Oh. I like Beck. I mean, his bye weeks are good. The offense is good. Like it just there's a lot of reason to like Beck. I mean, he's not in my top 15 or so. I have like 10% him, but I'm pretty high on Stockton just from like I feel like you know what you're going to get out of Gunner. Like you're going to get some good performances, and it helps that he's on the ground, running the ball.
Yeah.
What about a tight end? You're a big tight end guru. Are you paying up for Sadiq?
I have, he's my 4th highest owned. I basically only draft like 4 or 5 tight ends, so it's either going to work or it's not. I have a ton of Daquan. He's my highest owned.
Of course.
So that's been a fun roller coaster. Right?
Yeah,
how do you think it actually plays out?
I mean, we're talking about a guy that's always injured, Lucas. So like, even if he comes back healthy, he's going to be hurt again.
Did you see the rumor about when he could come back now?
Like within the first month or so, right?
Potentially after week 1 or 2, but like.
I don't buy that. I mean, you don't go from like going to miss majority of the season to week 1 or 2. I talked about this with Ethan, and I think my guess is he's going to be like maybe eased. He'll miss 3 or 4 games, and he might be eased in a couple games like Mitchell Evans was because they have the week 6 bye, and it gives them an extra week to kind of get back.
What do you think of this that I've been doing? I've been pairing him with when he slips RJ Maryland. You get the Daquan at the start of the season and hopefully a healthy RJ at the back half of the season.
Yeah, but then I mean, then you just have to hope that Daquan gets like a tight end by committee touchdown in week 12 or whatever, but that's fine. I'm hesitant to take more than 1 week, like more than 1 playoff bye from a tight end, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, I hear you. Know. But we were on Daquan before the Haas injury, right? So like,
correct.
Even when Haas comes back, I still think he's the tight end to own. And he should like he still I still am happy to have him as one of my 2 tight ends, even in that
He
scenario.
was, yeah, that's what I talked about. I think we maybe talked about it. Like, I think he has the possibility to catch 6 touchdowns, even with Luke Haas fully healthy. So if you catch 6 touchdowns, you're going to finish like a top 20 tight end.
You saw that report about how he got like no targets in like some team session or whatever. He was like sneakily banged up and like not doing much for like a week, and now he's like back
In this offseason?
Daquan, yeah, he was like
I don't love
within
that,
the
but I
past.
think it's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's banged
yeah.
up. I mean, Denzel Boston, I don't think has practiced yet or something like that. Like, or
Yeah,
he's still banged up.
there's a
So
bunch of guys
everybody's
that are
hurt.
like we're not even considering that they're sketchy. Did you know JoJo Traders in a boot?
I did not know that. No,
Yeah, that's a good one.
we need to do this show more often. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, I only have him on like 35% of my team, so that's
Do
fine.
you? Oh, I only have 3%, but I have thought about taking him a lot, but it just hasn't worked out just based on, like you said earlier, like what I'm taking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, if you want to talk about negatives, I have not taken Nate Palmer in like a week and I still have 26%. So like,
I'm in like the same place. Hold on. I'm at 24%.
Kavorian Barnes, are you dipping your toes there?
Yeah, I'm getting my feet wet.
I mean, why not? Did you see Stephen Palmer, the TCU like GOAT beat writer?
Yeah, of course.
Gave his like projection of what he thought the snaps would be, and it was like 80% of snaps would go to Barnes,
70, yeah.
20% to guy.
No, it wasn't. That's not what he said. He said that's how it is being
Oh, that's right. That's how he's seen it so far. That's correct. Because he tweets out all these like, well, this guy with the ones, this guy with the ones, and then it's like, all right, well, like everybody gets action with the ones, but yeah, I don't love that. I was panicking a little bit for Bo Perbula at one point.
Same.
But I feel better about that now.
Same. How do you feel about CJ Carr?
I didn't take a ton of him. I definitely took enough of him, but I'm only like under 5% on him because I immediately pumped the brakes once I heard
my
that.
problem is not so much him. It's that I talked myself into the offense looking kind of 2023 LSU with Fields and Greathouse getting a bunch.
Do you have a lot of those too?
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of Fields. Yeah, 20% Fields, 6% Greathouse.
Yeah, so I need it to be Carr. I can't have this fucking Desmond Ridder, Riley Leonard bullshit going on.
Is that what Minchie is? Is he like way more true?
He's like that.
No, that's not great. But I don't know. Maybe he just chucks it to the big tall guy out wide. What's the battle out there that you're like, this is complete BS? I don't buy this at all.
Man, it gets tough to like hang your head on like some of these, right? Because like you hear more and more about how things are true competitions. It's like, shit, how do I keep standing my ground? I'm looking through my ownership to see if I can find anything good.
I think, have you seen the stuff on Terrion Stewart? They're kind of acting like Marcellus Hawkins, this Central Missouri transfer, is going to get. They said he's going to see significant playing time. Did you see that quote?
No, but I was looking more into Terrion yesterday. Like it feels like, well, everything you see mainly is like the idea is like who are the guys who complement Terrion?
Yeah, I mean Terrion is like they talked about him like he's not that he's small, but like they said something to the effect of like his stature isn't like as a bruiser, but he can. We've seen him be a little bit better with like that type of role, like that type of ability. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about Hawkins.
I'm so in on I talk myself more into that offense every day. Like I think we're talking about a triumvirate of Drones, Terrion, and Aiden Green just doing cool shit in Philip Montgomery offense, and I think it's gonna be pretty fun.
Here's the nice thing about a Philip Montgomery offense. I looked at it yesterday because I was talking to Jared about it. Like they can go by committee, but they could run 80 plays a game. Like, and if they run 80 plays a game, there were multiple seasons where guys would run like 175 carries and 250 carries. Like one year, there was a guy that I think it was like 235 and 255. So I don't think they obviously get close to like 68% run on like 78 plays per game, but like it's possible they could get up there, you know, that even if you get a committee-ish, you still get 200 touches out of Terrion.
Yes, I agree.
Uh,
I have a answer to your question, but
let's hear it.
as always, it may be kind of a cop out. Is Jordan Dwyer not like no matter what being part of the TCU starting lineup a good answer, or is that not good enough?
I mean, I have a lot of Jordan Dwyer and Manjack, so I'm cool
Yeah.
with the answer. But I think it's more just a matter of like, okay, who's going to be the second and who's the third. And I wouldn't
Yeah.
love, but considering the cost, if I just spray each of them randomly, that means I'm going to get the receiver two in that offense. Like I'm in.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think if I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this, but if Manjack wasn't similar looking to Besh, like I don't know if we have the same kind of conversations.
Right.
Especially because I think they're calling him like he might have like this power slot role that like Besh had, and they've moved Dwyer outside to X and inside, and blah blah blah. And it's like, all right, whatever. But yeah, I'm in on both of them. The cost is just too cheap. What about Hudson Clement? We're kind of power houring this because we only have a couple more minutes.
Yes.
Hudson Clement, have you seen that he's like not even considered a favorite to be the top outside guy?
Yeah. Happy to kind of be on the right side of that one.
I had a lot of him. He's like just like the other guy I mentioned earlier, Nate Palmer. Like I had a bunch of him, and now I'm still 18%, and I haven't taken him in like 3 weeks. But are you taking Colin Dixon, the guy they said is like 100% a starter?
Just not drafting the Illinois offense. I don't think I don't know. I think we can go to the Big 12, we can go to the ACC, right, and we can take pieces from those offenses. We don't need to force the offenses or pieces from these offenses that are going to be playing 17 to 13 games on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. So one of the smarter things I started doing this offseason was talking to Sean from ETR. Sean, PSU fans?
Oh, fine.
CFF Nemesis.
Another tout.
Another tout. And he called me on my Luke Altmaier, my love for him. And basically I realized like, oh shoot, like the matchups feel good, but like you just mentioned, like they're just gonna run it a lot and the weather's awful. So like I could get a great game in week 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever, but like it's more likely than not I'm gonna get 16 points, 18 points, and maybe 24 points, and that's like the 3 weeks. So I've kind of tempered it. That maybe there is a little bit of like validity and like, hey, maybe just because we saw like concentrated target share doesn't mean we have to draft the next guy that could be Pat Bryant, but I don't know. Are you taking do you have a preferred Clemson receiver?
Oh yeah, dude. I guess I haven't been like so outward about it because you know how I am, but I'm Team Wesco. He's my dog.
Oh, I'm so happy you said Wesco and not not one of the other ones because I am Wesco as well. That could have been a little bit weird.
He's the man. Guy crushes.
I think he's great, and the value is there. I don't know. This again, like Randall. It's like let me just get a shot at a cheaper shot at the Clemson offense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it was like he was like maybe 1 or 2 rounds cheaper. But
like
what parts of are there certain parts of underdog drafts where you're like, fuck, there's no one who has an appropriate ADP for me to ever take who I actually like at this part in the draft?
It's like week 13, round 13-ish. It's like all these guys feel awful to me. It's like that Turbo Richard, Kanye Udo. Yeah. Then you get like every single receiver that's exactly the same, like that 13 round type range is where I get that. Is that where you're at?
I usually go take Dwyer or Jonte Cook then. But I'm like, dude, round 4, I hate every player who has an ADP there. I usually end up reaching for like a quarterback or a running back who's a little further down.
Yeah, there's definitely the running backs. It's like, man, I hope I don't need a running back at this point in the draft because otherwise, like, I hate every single one of them. But Dylan Jones' emergence has been kind of nice for that.
What does that have to do with round 4?
Not round 4, but just like that. I was saying there was a section of running backs where I hate all of them, and he's now kind of emerged as one of the ones. It's like where Gideon Davidson is, and all those like Raymond and all those guys.
Yeah, round 9, 8, 9, 10 for running back is like it's gotten nicer, right? Part of this is also all the quarterback ADPs are getting pushed up, so some of those running backs are now becoming a little cheaper. Who are like not for anything negative that they're doing. It's just that players at that
other people are
position.
going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those quarterbacks it's getting a little bit wild, not at the very top, but it's very, and I do it too, because I just know if I have been drafting a ton on the end. And so I just know if I don't take a quarterback at the end of, like with my 401 or 402, like so I just reach on Reed, Simmons, and Jennings like nearly every single time in that end of third, early fourth.
Yeah, I'm even worse. I take like Sorsby or Maeva.
I would love Sorsby there, but I feel a little bit guilty about, because I already have a ton of Sorsby. So I'm like, well, let me just wait till I get a top 7 or 6 pick to take Sorsby in the fourth.
So my prediction for week 1 or early season, the most banger prop that we will get, or outside of like the weird shit where like maybe a backup is listed or something, can we get a copy paste of like a Jackson Dart rushing prop for Austin Simmons? Can you imagine?
He's not a runner, right? Like
everything they say is like, we're not running this guy, basically. So which begs the question, like, what is the difference between him and Baron Morton in under?
Well, if it's similar, then yeah, you're not wrong. I would say maybe the difference is you're probably getting the same volume but better efficiency at Ole Miss, but I don't know. It's probably not all that different.
Yeah.
I was hoping Simmons would be a little bit better running, but I don't know. Maybe
he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna run at all.
Do you think it's because he can't, or because they don't want him to?
I don't know, but like, there's like, I mean, maybe Lane's just being a dick, right? But like, there's quotes out there about like, yeah, we're not, basically like saying we're not gonna run this guy. And they brought in that D2 kid too. I could see them bringing him in, Chambliss.
I was just gonna say for like special packages, like around goal line, maybe would be brutal. Really quick here before you go, do you have a lot of Simmons?
No, like twice, and then like I just like, it feels really cool when you do it and you look at your QB room and you're like, yes, that's awesome. But then I don't know, I just think about like, what is the difference between him and Miller Moss and Baron Morton? And
don't include Miller Moss,
dude. Brom, think. When was the last time a Brom quarterback, like, it's the most safe and secure investment you can make. He didn't pull the plug on Jack Plummer. Like there is zero risk outside of him getting hurt. And
I mean, the thing is, I just don't know if he's going to throw enough touchdown passes. Like, he's going to throw probably for 2,900 yards, but like he might throw for 18 touchdowns. That's the problem. That's why I don't think you can compare him to like Morton and the others, because I think those two, I think like Maeva's fits the mold of what you're saying way better than
that's very
Moss. But yeah, so well, I hope everybody enjoyed this power half hour of Burning the Redshirt. Hopefully we're back soon, but no guarantees, like Zach would say. So enjoy your weekend.
Catch you later.